How can asking better questions improve cross-cultural communication? If you've ever found yourself in a situation where you needed to communicate with someone from a different culture, you might have wondered how to ask questions in a way that avoids misunderstandings and builds strong relationships. Let's break down the importance and techniques of asking better questions in cross-cultural communication. Asking good questions is a skill that can significantly improve how you interact with people from different cultural backgrounds. It helps you build relationships, improve your emotional intelligence, and exchange ideas more effectively. When you ask good questions, you show that you are genuinely interested in the other person's thoughts and experiences, which can make you more likable and trustworthy. One of the key tips is to ask questions one at a time. This ensures that you get all the information you need without overwhelming the other person. For example, instead of asking, "How do you usually handle this type of project, and when would you like to start?" break it down into two separate questions. How do you usually handle this type of project? And then, after getting the answer, when would you like to start? Active listening is another crucial aspect. When you ask a question, make sure to pay close attention to the response. Don't interrupt, maintain eye contact, and summarize what the other person has said to ensure you understood them correctly. This helps build rapport and minimizes misunderstandings. For instance, you might say, "You just mentioned you wanted to start a new business. When do you plan to launch it?" Using plain and simple language is also important. Avoid using slang, idioms, or complex sentence structures that might confuse someone who is not a native speaker of the language. Stick to clear and straightforward questions that are easy to understand. For example, instead of asking, "Do you think it's a good idea to call Ryan?" try, "Who should we call?" In multicultural settings, it's helpful to use words like normally, typically, and usually when asking questions. This makes the questions feel less personal and easier to answer. For example, what's your general approach to handling conflict, or how do you usually like to collaborate? Open-ended questions are generally more effective than yes/no questions. They encourage the other person to share more information and help you uncover new insights. Instead of asking, "Do you think you will finish the project tomorrow?" try, "When do you think you will finish the project?" This opens up the discussion and encourages more detailed responses. Asking why questions is particularly powerful. It helps you understand the reasoning behind someone's actions or decisions and can clear up any misunderstandings. For example, "What led to this decision?" or "Can you please explain why you chose to do that?" Creating a casual and low-risk context for asking questions can also make a big difference. People are more open and communicative when they feel comfortable and relaxed. Avoid formal meetings and opt for one-on-one sessions or informal settings to ask your questions. Finally, don't be afraid of silence. Pausing after asking a question allows the other person time to think and respond thoughtfully. It also gives you time to come up with better follow-up questions. Silence can be an effective tool in cross-cultural communication, helping you gather more information and build stronger connections. By following these tips, you can significantly improve your cross-cultural communication skills. Remember, asking better questions is about being open, sincere, and genuinely interested in the other person's perspective. It's a skill that takes practice, but it can lead to stronger relationships, better understanding, and more effective communication across cultures.